Hello everybody, happy Saturday, and welcome back to what I advertised and promised to be something of a random video today. We're not really going to be looking at any plants, kind of just looking at a few things that are around while we randomly discuss the state of the channels. All of them in general and yet quite specific. So, yes, let's look at something other than my fuzzy face, shall we? When I first started the JT Bear channel, over 6 years ago, it was 6 years, I believe on the 12th of June, it was kind of because shocks made me do it. And then, you know, I was looking at things and kind of looking into what YouTube expects from a quote-unquote successful creator and trying to realize some potential there. I think in those 6 years my channel definitely has grown, and I have tried very hard to follow the ever-changing YouTube rules, which is why all of my channels got divided in the first place. One of the recommendations that I found repeated again and again and again was, if you hope to make it anywhere on the YouTube platform as a creator and earning revenue and kind of being pushed by the YouTube algorithm, you need to keep things, well, easier for the advertisers to understand what your channel is about and kind of what point you're driving at. And that is when I split things up in the first place, and I created the JT Bear in the Kitchen channel that I think is going to be my random cooking channel. And that's about the same time that the outdoor channel was created, Barefoot Outdoors. About the same time that Clean Valley Farms was created, because all of these various activities, they kind of relate because it's all the life of JT Bear, and yet they're all kind of separate and distinctly different when looked at from a programmer's point of view or an advertiser's point of view. So bearing that in mind, I tried to you know, make the various channels kind of distinctly different, and I've done a pretty good job of keeping different things in different places. I mean, with the exception of Blonco, which I still don't quite know what's going on with. It's kind of just a place to have fun and be ridiculous and all that, but it doesn't really look like modern society has any place for having fun anymore. Not fun as I grew up understanding it anyway, so I don't know what's going to happen with that channel. But I have decided to split things back up again. For a while there I was grouping everything up, and I was filling up this here JT Bear channel, which is primarily gardening with a focus on aquaponics and kind of a general motivational, hey, you know what, you guys are awesome and you can do it. If I can do this, you can do so much better, you know, believe in me, believe in yourself kind of channel, right? Which is great. It is absolutely great, and the world needs more positivity. I absolutely agree with that. But that is kind of the focus of this channel. So all the shooting sports stuff that I do on the outdoor channel becomes inappropriate and is confusing for advertisers. And, you know, I found some folks were subbing for that old BB gun review, and they're getting disappointed because what's with all this gardening stuff. And so yeah, keeping that channel alive seemed like a good idea right off the hop once YouTube started making those changes and threatening everything, and basically we all got kind of scared about what's going on with what we're trying to do here, right? So yeah, I panicked and I'm like, everything's going to go on the JT Bear channel. That channel is still alive, it still qualifies, so I'm just going to keep it and cut my losses, as it were. But you know, I've never really been one to walk away from equity, and time invested is still invested, and it's still time. So never really wanted to give up on those goals, and as I'm sitting here thinking about it, those channels, they represent things along the way of my goals, and individual milestones kind of are supposed to be thrown up according to the plans that I drew up a couple of years ago. And I have to admit, as far as 5 and 10-year plans go, we're doing all right. We're on the property well before I expected. We're already looking at the possibility of a larger property well before I ever expected. And most of it, honestly, has nothing to do with YouTube and online revenue, just so much as opportunity and hard work. I spent a lot of time researching these opportunities, and you know, when it came, we grabbed it. Most people would call it luck, but really it's preparation meets opportunity. And that's what it is with these channels too, is it's preparation. I laid down the groundwork with the cooking channel and the outdoor channel and the farm channel, and I need to continue on with that commitment that I made to myself, as well as a lot of you that have subbed. And there are people on the different channels that don't even necessarily know that JT Bear is a channel, only that that is my name. So you know, that's kind of interesting too. Yeah, so like I promised yesterday, kind of a random video today, and no, we didn't look at any tomatoes and all that, just to throw things off that little bit more. However, tomorrow will be the traditional Sunday look at everything that's growing on here. So I look forward to sharing the state of the gardens with you, now that we've kind of briefly discussed the state of the channels. Hopefully I covered everything that I meant to, but I'm not a big fan of little cheat cards and taking notes and stuff. I like to just kind of fly off and see where it goes, and then I look at my editing and go, well, what did I say? Alright, so yeah, stick around. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, we'll take a look at the garden and what's growing on.